Hi, it's like 11:30 at night, something like that. And I have been feeling really distant from the Lord, honestly. I've been feeling really like I feel like I've been pulled in every direction, and a lot of times I don't know if that direction is the direction I'm trying to go or the direction God's trying to take me. Um, More than likely it's the direction I'm wanting to go. Judging by how I've been neglecting God a lot. Um, as in when I get home and I know I can read my Bible, I don't. I still read my Bible, but when there's opportunities to spend time with God, I don't take them. A lot of times I take whatever my flesh likes or whatever I want to do, and it sucks because I went to practice today and I prayed before practice. And it just frustrated me so much. Like, I haven't cussed in a sequence like that in a while, honestly, and I was just so frustrated, and I was angry, and I let my anger get a hold of me, and honestly, that's something I really I felt really bad about it, and I prayed about it. I asked God to teach me to be patient in these moments, to remind me that in these moments I should pray to Him no matter what I'm doing. Mid-set, mid-rep, mid-game, I pray to Him about these things. And I don't know, I was reading and the Bible just told me Hebrews 2. Or no, the Holy Spirit just led me to Hebrews 2. I've never read Hebrews, to be honest. I've only been saved for barely over a year. And I just haven't read the whole Bible. I'm not a reader, really, and only book I've read more than 200 pages of is the Bible, actually. So let's cheers to that. At least I'm reading something that matters. And I just wanted to share the word, I guess. This is Hebrews 2 verses 14 to 18. So you see like the last half of it. Or actually, this is going to be Hebrews 10 to 18. I'm just going to read it and just share my thoughts on it and how it relates to me and how it can relate to you guys. So, verse 10. For it was fitting that He, for whom and by whom all things exist, in bringing many sons to glory, should make the founder of their salvation perfect through suffering. For He who sanctifies and those who are sanctified all have one source. That is why He is not ashamed to call them brothers, saying, I will tell you of your name to my brothers. In the midst of congregation I will sing your praise. And again, I will put my trust in Him. And again, behold, I and the children God has given me. Since therefore the children share in flesh and blood, He Himself likewise partook of the same things, that through death He might destroy the one who has the power of death, that is the devil, and deliver all those who fear of death were subject to lifelong slavery. For surely it was not angels that He helps, but He helps the offspring of Abraham. Therefore He had to be made like His brothers in every respect, so that He might become a merciful and faithful high priest in the service of God, to make propitiation, I don't know how to say that word, I'm not going to lie, for the sins of the people. For because He Himself has suffered when tempted, He is able to help those who are being tempted. What that means to me is that Jesus gets it. He gets it. He understands how you feel. He understands how frustrating it is. He understands how painful it is. He understands what it feels like to feel lost. And He went through the same thing. And He knows how it feels. And He loves you through all of it. That's the thing. He loves you through all of it. And I'll be honest, I've been having a hard time trusting God. Like, it's not the most fun thing to walk in just pure faith and just jump it and take risks that will go, like the fear of going in a direction you don't know is going to turn out the way you think it will. Or you go in a direction that God's led you, and for a long time, that path doesn't look like anything promising until God follows through on it. And that's something that we can't just simply ask for. We can't just simply rush it. We have to go at God's pace. That's why I think being a believer is difficult a lot, because the world is always just so fast, on to the next trend, on to the next funny joke, on to the next hashtag, on to the next trendy food, on to the next video, on to the next trending creator. It's always on to the next thing. What's hot, what's new, what's hot now. One week it's something, the next week it's something else that's trending, something else that everyone else is doing. And when you're doing that, you're just so caught up in the next thing, that you're not taking time to examine yourself, to slow down and really reevaluate yourself, or try to look at yourself from the inside out, because you're just constantly looking on the external things. What's the next thing on the external things, if that makes sense. And when you're with Jesus, instead of going a million miles an hour, Jesus says, slow down. And when you slow down, it makes you pause. It makes you realize, wait, I don't like being alone. When you're on from one girl to the other and God tells you to slow down, it makes you sit still. You realize that you're not okay with being alone. You're not okay with it just being you and God. You're not okay with sitting still and having to confront your own inner thoughts and feelings and struggles. You're uncomfortable with having to make yourself think about it. And I think a lot of times our society doesn't do that a lot. We don't think before we speak. We don't think before we act. All we think about is the numbers, the attention it'll bring us. But we don't think about what really comes out of it. The meaningful things. What's something meaningful that will come out of what my actions, my words. What will this really do to me? Because God's all about looking in the inside. When I first came to God, it really was about self-examining myself. And a lot of times I had a hard time coming to terms with it, so I just ignored it. I fought it. And maybe you're doing that too. Maybe you're just fighting it. But I'm telling you, you have to surrender it. You have to let go. You have to, what's the word? You have to, surrender it. You have to be vulnerable. You have to let go and let God. And that's just my little thoughts. I don't know why I'm up. I have practice tomorrow at 8, and I gotta pick up some guys, but hey, God first. Hope you all have a blessed night.